Hey, everybody. Getting set up here. You ready to go live here for a little bit? See how everybody's doing this week. How your week turned out for you. As soon as we get everything going here and set up. Oh yeah. Got some good news I'm going to share with everybody here after a while. Try to get this pad set up here, this notepad, so I can try to read some comments as they come in here. Because I'd like to start chatting about some stuff with some of my friends and some of my subs out there and see what we can get into. You never know. You never know. So, but yeah. Good week this week. Had a little rough weekend. Let me get this turned down here just a little bit. Make a long story short, took my wife to the hospital there Wednesday night and found out she's got 3, I think it is, 3 discs that are not good. She injured herself the other day, so yeah. But she's home and doing better now. We're getting things going. She's moving around a little bit. She's not allowed to do anything or lift anything, but she's here, so, and that's a good thing. Yeah, there we go. I think I got things set up now. We're going to do a video either this week or next week. I'm not sure yet. We're going to make a child's rocking horse. I appreciate that, Moody. She's getting better. Yeah. Hey, Uncle. Yeah, she's getting better. She's a little sore. She got some pain, but she's coming through it. She's a fighter. She's a trooper, so she'll hang right in there. So they're wanting to do some shots in her back for it to help her a little bit. They're talking about doing some fusing in her neck because she messed her neck up a little bit. But I hope it don't come to that, because I've known some people that's had that done, and they say it's not a very pleasant thing to live with. So we're just gonna hope for the best and pray to the good Lord that everything comes out okay. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do a child's rocking horse video. That's going to be pretty cool. Not too many people make them anymore. It's going to be interesting. Good morning. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, She's strong, Moody. She put up with me for going on 27 years. So yeah, she's yeah, she's strong. She's strong. I love her to death. She's my best friend. Not taking anything away from anybody else out there or anything like that, but she's my #1 supporter here. She enjoys it. She likes what I do. She's stands behind me on it. You know what I'm saying? That's good. So I love her to death. I love her to death. She's my whole world. Yeah, she's the best. But yeah, we're gonna do the rocking horse. We're gonna put it out in a video. Got a couple other projects coming up we're gonna do. I'm throwing the idea around of doing one live while we do our chat too. You know, where we do this live thing here. Maybe do it over a couple of weeks or something and figure something out to build. Just see how that goes. I don't know. You will, brother. You will. Hey, Zaylen. Glad to have you in here. But yeah, we're gonna do a live. I think a live build, maybe over a couple weekends or something there. See how that goes. See how that turns out. See if people interested in that kind of stuff. Do it live. You get to see everything. How it goes out. I know it's gonna take a couple videos, but Pat King, hello. How are you doing, man? Good to have you in here. But I'll let you know what we're going to build when we get ready to do that there and go see what we're going to do. Think about some things. Yeah. But I got some good news to tell you all out there. I got my paperwork and my acceptance into Sauerkraut Festival. I'm 100% in, so that's good to hear. It came to me, and everything's ready to go. We got our ducks in a row on my end. I got everything they want. Everything's set up. Insurance and all, you know how all that goes. But it's all taken care of. We're going to be there. So, but I'm doing good, Pat King. How you doing, brother? Doing good, man. Doing good. Ray and Sandy. Mine has put up with me short. Sorry, but 45 years. Yes, sir. Hats off to you guys out there. You don't find too many marriages that last much over 4 or 5 years anymore, let alone 45 years. Congratulations to you two out there. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Me and my wife, like I say, has been going on 20. We're going on 27, and she still amazes me. She still amazes me. Can you name an car for an edit? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Pat. Pat King. Name a car for an edit. A car for an edit? I'm still not following what you're meaning, brother. You have to break it down for me, man. Hey, I'm a little bit on the hillbilly side here. But, yeah. Name and car. Camaro. I like Camaros. I'm a Chevy guy. I like Chevys. But anyway. I like Chevys. Yep. I like the older ones. Yeah. Yeah. But I enjoy it. I bought me a cap and for my pickup truck today. Got it put on there. I kind of enjoy doing that kind of stuff. But I wanted a cap so that when I haul something, like some small things or something, if it's raining, I can still move it. Like I said in one of my lives before, I can still put it in the truck and still deliver it on time. You know what I'm saying? That way the weather doesn't have any effect on it. So I bought me a cap that goes on my pickup truck, and I think it's going to work out good. I'm going to make like a short. But, okay. All right, Pat King, make you a short, brother. Let me see it, man. I got to do some more shorts too. It's been a while since I've done one. But yeah, things like that. And you guys know about my little puppy. She's ornery, boy. She's growing like a weed and she's ornery. She's a baby. But yeah, we're going to get some things together. We'll be up there at the Sauerkraut Festival on the 14th and 15th of October for that weekend. Everything's ready to go. I'm kind of excited. I can't wait to get there. I'm kind of excited to get up there and meet a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully meet some of my subs and stuff out there and make some new friends and stuff. You know, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Make friends and be happy. I mean, you can't go through life wondering and worrying and kicking every rock you come to, but yeah, don't get me wrong, I know there's things out there, situations out there that get a little rough, but hey, I'm still on this side of the dirt, so that's a plus for me in my book. But yeah, let me know what you guys maybe would want to talk about sometimes in here, some things, some discussions, what you want to see. Like I say, we're going to do a live build coming up in the near future here. See how it goes, see how that turns out. Not sure what we're going to build yet. I'm kind of maybe throwing up an idea of the wall decor American flag that I've got that I'm going to try to maybe put together. So I may do it on a build, I don't know yet. Sauerkraut Festival is in Williamsburg, Ohio. They shut the town down for that too there, man. They shut the town down. Last year they had well over 30,000 people come through there. It's a lot of traffic come through there. They said they shoot between 30 and 60,000 people every year, and last year they was just over 30,000. So, but yeah, it's going to be a good time, good event. You know, people going to be there, food's going to be there. I'm going to be set up with a booth there with some of my stuff that I put together here. Yeah, I got my final paperwork this week. In fact, earlier this week, stating that I was approved and in there. They're supposed to be putting me up in pretty much right up in the midway there. So there goes the neighborhood. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they're going to be yep, Waynesville. That's it. Did I say something else, Ray? Sandy, Waynesville. Yep, that's where it's at. Waynesville, October 14th, 15th. Yeah, they're supposed to be putting me up front there somewhere. So, you know, it's going to be a good time. I enjoy stuff like that. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Thank you, man, for coming in here and chatting with me there for a minute. I appreciate you. I really do. Bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all. Every one of you's out there. Yeah, but it's going to be a good thing. There's going to be food there. There's going to be just about anything that you can imagine or think of is going to be there. Of course, it's Sauerkraut Festival, so there's going to be sauerkraut there and stuff like that. And I love some sauerkraut. Some sauerkraut. There's going to be some other woodworking vendors there that's been there for a while. So, hey, you know, I'm a little fish coming into the sea there. But we're going to give it a try and see how it goes, you know. See how it turns out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun either way it goes. I guarantee you that. It's going to be fun. Those of you that know me, I like to goof around and enjoy myself and have fun. Laugh. You know, to have a good time. That's what life's about. That's what I'm going to try to do there too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to try. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah. I got some, I think I told you just last week, I got some beautiful maple pieces. Yeah, I did, because I did a video on that bench that I built. That I was going to put in the house. The one with the wormholes in it. I sold it. I'm in trouble. I sold it. Yep. Got to build another one, but hey, that's the way it goes, you know. That's the way it goes. She understands. She knows, you know. I mean, like I said before, the business that I'm starting, you know, with this woodworking thing, that's going to be my retirement when I retire, you know. So, figured I might as well get started now and get established now while I'm young enough to do it and able to do it. And then when I get older, it'll be ready to go for me there. So, all right, man, come on out there, brother. You live somewhat nearby Waynesville? Yeah, hey, everybody I talked to, went to Walmart today and run into a couple people hollering at me and said, hey, Rob, you know, talked to them about it. They said that it's an awesome place. It's elbow to elbow there sometimes, most of the time for that fact. But yeah, they say it's an awesome place. I've never been there myself. My wife had been there once. My wife and her sister had been there once, and she said it is crowded. So that'd be fine with me, you know. I have my little booth set up there and talk to people, and if I sell stuff, I do. If I don't, fine. I can bring it back here and get rid of it. No big deal. But we're gonna make a good time out of it anyway up there. Have fun, you know. That's what it's all about. But you can't get in there without being invited and being voted in. So I guess that'd be a knock on wood thing there, that I got lucky enough to be invited and voted in through the board members and stuff. So they were nice enough to give me the opportunity and ask me to come. They did. I'm going to hold my end up, and I'm going to be there one way or the other. Best of my ability. I'm going to do 110%, try to be there. I'm going to be there. So I think the only thing that wouldn't keep me from there is if they put me in the ground, which I hope doesn't happen, but you never know from one day to the next. But we ain't going down that road. I got a bunch of stuff that I've got ready and put together. Got a bunch of stuff I'm getting ready to put together to take up there. So see how it goes. This year I'm going to go up there and I'm going to take me a notebook, everything I've taken. I'll write it down. I sell one, I'm going to put down, I sell 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever. I'm going to mark down how many I sold, get things going, and then keep track of everything, and then I'll have a better idea of what to take up there, what moves up there, and what doesn't move up there. Because one thing you'll find out when you go to do this, everything you build, it's either going like that bench. I built that live edge bench last week, and it wasn't 2, maybe 3 days after I built it, somebody sent me a message, say, how much you want for that bench? One thing led to another, and now I got to deliver it this week. So, but yeah, and then you'll find out things that you build are just going to sit around and you think collect dust, and then all of a sudden, boom. You know, it's just that thing. So it just, you know, I mean, that's just how it goes. Other things you can't build them fast enough to put them out there, let alone, you know, have them in stock. So, but yeah, things like that. But I will tell you though, kids' toys, things like that, they sell pretty good. That's why I'm going to build this rocking horse, do a video on it and put out there. Take it, unless I sell it between now and then, I'm going to take it up there with me. If I sell it, I'll just make another one, you know. Some boxes I'm going to take, build some boxes, some more boxes to take up there. Kids' toys and stuff, you know, people love kids' toys. Things like that, little rocking chairs for children and stuff, you know. I'm also going to put together a photo album of sort, if you want to call it, of things that I take on and do, things I've done. You know, somebody wants furniture, I'll have something they can see that, you know, hey, we could do this, maybe this color, whatever, you know, just something to take orders from if it comes down to it. I'm going to be prepared 110% if I go up there. That's the way I want to do it. If I'm not going to do it that way, I'm not going to do it at all. But they said that'd be fine, so I'm going to be prepared 110% when I go up there. Is my channel on YouTube Shorts? I don't know, Pat King. I'll check you out after I get off here, though, and let you know next time or whatever. But I'll definitely look you up because I've got you here. I'll definitely look you up and shout at you there. But yeah, I'm going up there fully loaded and ready to go. You know, I mean, that's the only way you do it. It's the only way to find out. Is test the waters. So, but yeah, get everything ready and get up there and go and see how it turns out. See how it turns out. I know it's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. If nothing else, get to meet a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Get to meet new people, people I've never met. Catch up with some old people that I know that go up through there that I haven't talked to for a while. You know, I mean, hey, that's the way it goes. That's what I like to do. And that's what I, you know, business and talk to people. And can you go live at 3 a.m.? No, sir, I can't go live. I wish I could. I can't go live at 3 a.m. Number one, I'm an old man at that time. I'm sleeping, brother. I apologize. And then, of course, during the week, I got to get up at 5 o'clock to go, you know, get ready to go to work and everything like that. So, but if I could, I would for you, but I sure can't. I try to be a good person there, Pat King, man. I really do. I try my hardest, you know. I mean, you know, I want to go through life, you know, being happy and making others happy. And but yeah, thank you, brother. What sort of furniture do I build? Well, sir, to sum it up for you, Ray, I build everything from benches, hallway entry benches, to complete bedroom sets. I mean, anything. From there all the way up to I can build it all. I love it. I enjoy it. It's lots of fun. I do some. I like to do some, you know, some specialty work and stuff like that. Some special pieces and things like that. Yeah, Pat King. I build everything you see on my videos. Of course, you see that. I build them here. You know, I mean, like that bench video we put out there last week. I built it. I built some risers for kitchens. You know, 3-set risers for in your kitchen to set plants or, you know, flour, sugar, and tea or whatever on, things like that. Yeah, I do the building. I start off with rough sawn lumber that's been dried for, well, depending upon the thickness. If it's an inch thick, you know, you got to let it dry for a year. 2 inches thick, you got to let it dry for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all that, but yeah, I'll start out with, here, I'll grab a piece and show you there, Pat King. Hi, Cat. %of my builds that I start out with there, Pat King, starts out being lumber looking like this. Now this, of course, this is a cut off of a longer board that I did a project out of. In fact, this was a what was left over from a project that I did for some Christmas presents for my granddaughters and stuff. I built them baby beds for their babies, you know, rocking baby beds for their baby dolls and stuff. Yeah, so but that's the kind of stuff that I start out with and work with there, Pat King. Get it right from the sawmill lumber. Yeah. Greetings from CLE. Hey Andy, how you doing? Kat, how are you doing tonight? You feeling better? I sure hope so. Glad to have you all in here. But yeah, I built some baby crib, rocking baby cribs for baby dolls and stuff. I've got a bedroom set upstairs that I built for the spare room, queen size bed. I've built arm walls. I've built dressers, end tables, coffee tables. So Ray, Sandy, just to answer, yeah. Flower boxes, yes sir, yes sir. Branch out to outdoor furniture, yes sir, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Spring, summertime, yeah. Seasonal stuff like, you know, fall starts coming around, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you know, jump into them things there. It's out there if you guys can do it. It's out there. I am from Southern Ohio, Pat King. To answer you, brother, Southern Ohio. But yeah, Ray, I mean, seasonal stuff always seems to do good for me. You know, Thanksgiving things, Christmas things, Halloween decorations, you know, pumpkins, ghosts, the welcome signs that you lean up outside of your house there on the porch, stuff like that. Porch swings. They seem to do pretty good for me too, man. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things, Ray, Sandy, you guys know, Kat, you know, it's one of those things that's never ending. You build it, somebody's eventually going to want it. Trust me. Somebody will eventually want it. I mean, like I was saying earlier, some of this stuff goes like that. Some of it you sit on for a little while. Just the way it is. No, sir, I can't speak Spanish there, Pat King. I can't. I apologize. I can't. My job, sometimes I wished I could. But no, sir, I don't. I do not speak Spanish. I wish I could, though, but I don't. I do not. But yeah, I mean, you build it, somebody's going to want it. Yeah. Get into custom builds and stuff. I have at one time thought about custom building cabinets for new homes and stuff, but I don't think I really want to go. I mean, it's good. I mean, if you can get into it, it's good. Go for it and get it, but I don't think I want to do something like that. That ties you up too much, man. I mean, that building custom cabinets and stuff, that ties you up. Now, you know, to build like a coffee bar, a buffet or something like that, or a big, you know, chopping block, yeah, that's you know, I'll do stuff like that. But to build a complete set of custom cabinets, I was going to start doing that, but it takes too much. It takes too much time. What am I working on this week, Kat? I think I'm going to do a child's rocking horse. You know, one of the old rocking horses for a child. And I've also got some rockers I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to kind of split them up a little bit. I built a live edge bench, Cat. I don't know if you've seen that or not. The one I built for the house, I got in trouble. I sold it. I got to build another one, so. Been doing this off and on for 40 plus years, and I enjoy it very much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ray and Sandy. Yes, sir. You're like me. It's in here. You enjoy it. In fact, the guy I bought the cap off of for my truck earlier today, I got down there and paid the guy for the cap and loaded it up on my truck, you know, and I got up in there and bolted it down and everything, you know, to bring it home. And he said, I seen your back glass there. He said, you do woodworking? I said, yeah, I do woodworking. I dabble in it, been in it for a while. And come to find out, he himself had been doing it for a long time. So needless to say, I talked to that old man till his ears were blue. But yeah, it's a lot of joy, a lot of fun. I'm glad to hear that, Ray, that you've been doing that. I am glad to hear that, man. That does me good. That does me good, brother, because you know as well as I do, some of the stuff that we make and get into, it's a dying art, man. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's slowly going by the wayside. But there's a few of us out there that'll keep it in here, ain't that right? You've been building since you was 2, Pat King. All right, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh my goodness. Pat King, I've been doing this for not a full-time job, now don't get me wrong. But like I said in my live last week, and I'm not going to go too much here because I'm going to try to get away from, repeating myself over and over and everyone being the same. I'm going to try to get them where we're going to get different. But a lot of the tools I got, Pat King, my dad used when I was a kid, and I used when I was a teenager. But I've always dabbled into it and made stuff for around the house and friends and people here and there, make stuff to sell, But the reason I'm starting to push it now and get, going to get it up where I want it to be and build it up because I'm going to retire in a few years and, I want to keep it going. I don't just want to sit down and give up, but I'd have to say probably I'm 55. Well, now you know. I'd have to say probably since I was 13, 14 years old, I've been messing with this stuff. Like this old saw I got over here, a lot of these tools that hanging up back here, which you can't see all my planes and stuff, but a lot of them are tools that I used to use when I was a teenager. Like this old saw here. It's been around for, just to give you an idea how old it is, it's belt driven. So, but yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, Cat, a lot more of us than was thought, yes. Pat King said he quit 2016 because wood fell on him. Wow, man. I hope you're doing all right now, Pat King. Yeah, that's another thing too, man. I mean, injuries. You gotta be safe. That's why a lot of my videos when I do something, I say, if you're going to do this, do it at your own risk. Because I'm used to my table saw, I'm used to all my stuff here that I'm used to. But the safety and the precautions that I take doesn't guarantee me 100% that a freak accident's not going to happen. Ask Bearded Viking. If you've seen his latest video, he had one. Freak accidents like that happen around the shop. There's no way of getting around it, But it is good to try to your best to try to keep yourself safe and protect yourself, your eyes, your ears, and your digits and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's not a guarantee. But just be careful out there, everybody. I mean, be careful. Take your time. Think about what you're doing. Be safe. Be cautious. Slow down a little bit. Sometimes getting too fast, getting in a hurry gets you hurt too. But yeah. Luckily, I still have all my digits. I've been hit with a piece of wood a couple times over the years coming off the old saw, but it happens. Like I say, you can take all the precautions you want. I was even standing out of the way so it would go past me, but it still got me. Jumped up and got me in the arm. It happens, I mean, just be safe. A house almost fell when I was building and making the house better. That would cost me thousands. Yeah. Yeah. I got a son that's on the construction side. Say it like that because some people get aggravated if you call it woodworking side, but on the construction side, he builds houses and stuff like that. He used to. Now he just does like remodels, tile work, kitchen, bath work, stuff like that. And man, Pat King, they keep him busy, brother. I'm telling you, they keep him busy. He's usually booking 3, 4, 5 months in advance just to get time to walk over and meet him and get him an estimate. You know what I'm saying? He lives up in Connecticut. My son lives up in Connecticut. I still got 2 daughters that live here in Ohio with me. In fact, my son's coming in the end of July here. He's going to spend a couple weeks with us, so that's going to be a good time. I enjoy every time I get to see my son. We go out and see him once in a while, but yeah, He tells people straight up, just like me. He says, look, he says, this is how busy I am. This is what I can do. If that's fine with you, we'll work it out and get going. If you want to go somewhere else and find something, I understand. That's no, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're busy, there's nothing wrong with it. Crazy lady shot the house with a shotgun. But I will say this though, the worst injury I ever had was when I was working on a sawmill. At no fault of mine, but I went down. Because when I was working on a sawmill, I was still in high school. So Sundays and Saturdays, I'd go over to the sawmill. If they was cutting, fine. If they wasn't, I'd go get some wood, bring it in, split it up. Because they sold wood, firewood, and stuff like that. But I was splitting up some wood. Just had emptied it. Just got there about 7 o'clock. Got the truck, got the wood loaded up. Took it up to the wood splitter, dumped it out of the truck. Got the splitter all fired up. Got in there, started working with it. Started splitting it up. And the boss came down. He knew I was there, but he always come down and said hi to me, and if he had anything special he wanted me to do, he'd let me know. But and I was splitting a chunk of wood, and I went to put a chunk in, and I went to turn it so it would split around the knot instead of through the knot. Saves time, easier on equipment and all that stuff. And as I was turning it, I didn't know he had come down, and when he was a kid, he broke his neck. He fell off of a horse and broke his neck, and he couldn't turn his neck, like you and I. He had to turn his whole body to turn or to move. And he was trying to crawl over the wood pile, and he had fell. And I still didn't know he was there. But when he fell into the wood splitter. His right arm caught the lever that pushes the arm through to push the wood through. And at that same time, I was bringing them up, and it caught my hand. I don't know if you can see that or not. You see the construction on the inside of my hand there by my thumb, and all the way down into here. You see that scar? It cut that thumb and that finger off. This thumb, I can't do this with. I can't do it like that because it's a fused bone now. But when he had fell into it, at that same time, right at that, it had to be a moment, because it just, bam, he fell and it caught me. I didn't even know it did it until I'd reached back down to grab the piece of wood to try to, back things up. I knew it'd come forward, but I didn't know it got me. So I was backing things up, reaching down, trying to grab the piece of wood to roll it over where I wanted it, and I thought, this ain't right. I can't get a hold of that. And I looked, and yeah, this finger here was dangling down around here like this. It cut clear through all the way in and touched this bone in my hand. But it took that finger and took this thumb. That's the worst I've been hurt. But, thank God the doctors were able to put my hand back together, and, I'm here doing it now. You broke your arm from getting shot with a rifle. Wow. Yeah, Cat. It did. Ouch, yeah. But to be honest with you, it didn't hurt. I'm not trying to be a tough guy or a badass or anything, but it didn't hurt. I was still trying to move the piece of wood around. I worked for, what sawmill do you get what sawmill do I get my boards from? Well, I get a lot of my boards from Amish down in around Sinking Springs area, down in there, if you know where that's at, Ray. I've got a couple places that I've been talking to, trying to figure some stuff out. Mutter's Paw, I believe it is. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Mutter's Paw over around Xenia area. They do kiln dried lumber and stuff. They got a lot of exotics and stuff like that. But for my exotics and stuff, I usually go to a place like that, Mutter's Paw. What's the name? I can't think of the name of that other one, Gray. I'm sorry, brother. It'll come to me here in a little bit, and I'll say it. But yeah, I get 90% of my oak, maple, cedar, pine, you know, stuff like that, cherry, sassafras. I get a lot of it from the Amish down there. Now, granted, a lot of that has to be dried and, you know, brought in and stacked properly, and, you know, you guys know how all that goes, but can't beat it for the price. I mean, they got live edge stuff down there you can walk through and sort through for tables or whatever you're into. But yeah, Hillsboro doesn't have one in it. No. As far as a sawmill, I don't think there is one around here anymore at Hillsboro, other than the Amish out by Sinking Springs out there, which is still on the Adams County, Highland County border, if you know what I'm talking about in this area. Have an outside stream. You mean go outside with the live sometime, Pat King? Yeah, but there's 4 or 5 Amish sawmills around here that you can go to and get the lumber. But the one down in Sinking Springs, you know, I call him. If he's got it, he puts it up for me and keeps it ready. You know, if he ain't got it, he'll say, hey, give me a little bit and I'll get it for you. Call you. You know, he's pretty good about his stuff. I can get it cut how I want it cut down there. You know, I can. There's different ways to cut logs. You know, I'm sure you guys know all about that. Different. You know, I'm not going to go into all that here, but I can, you know, get it cut the way I want. Like if I'm going to make a bow, a hand bow. You know, like a bow, because I'm big. If y'all don't know me, I'm big into bow hunting. I love my compound bows. I love my my bows, period. And I've been making some here and there, you know, a bit round and around. I can get them quarter sawn and stuff down there if I need lumber like that. Just however I need it. If they don't have it, they can get it for me. But yeah, and he treats me pretty good. Him and his boys down there treat me pretty good. I bought a rooster from him too. Yeah, we had some chickens out here, and I bought a rooster from him a few years back. The rooster passed away and gone now, but that rooster, boy, he was a firecracker. But anyway, yeah, that's where I get most of my lumber and stuff at, like that, is places like that. And then I work with a guy at work that some of his family has a sawmill, and I still can't think of their name, Ray. I apologize, brother. It'll come to me. But I get some lumber from them too. In fact, the last load of sassafras and stuff I got from them. If you haven't worked with sassafras, man, it's beautiful. I'm telling you what now, that it's not a real hardwood. You know, it's good for like building shelves or something that doesn't take a lot of, you know, traffic or abuse, stuff like that. But I'm telling you what now, that stuff is beautiful. If you never done it, get you a piece and try something, and it is absolutely gorgeous to build something out of sassafras. But in fact, I think I had 20 pieces of sassafras from them, anywhere from 6 foot to 10 foot long. I still got a couple over there, but I went through most of it already, and I just got it from them, from Brian, year and a half ago or so, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we have one close to us here in Milford. I need to get out there soon. Yeah, Ray, come on out, man. I wish I had a way I could give you my contact info. We could set up a time to meet, and I could. I mean, I know you where you're talking. You know where I'm talking about, but gee, I'd go down there with you. I don't care, brother. You know, I mean, you know, I don't care. I'd ride down there with you or take you down there. Either one, it don't matter to me a bit. But yeah, you need to come up here some soon. And he's pretty reasonable too. Really, I can't quote you prices off the top of my head. but he is pretty reasonable. And I'm not sure, you know, I mean, I've bought a lot from him. Me and my dad's bought a lot from him over the years. But they're good people, and they will treat you right down there. They will treat you right. In fact, I bought a piece of Purple Heart from them down there, and he wouldn't sell me the whole board because they use the Purple Heart to make tools out of for their hay rakes and stuff like that. Pulling behind horses they use. But he did sell me a piece of Purple Heart down there that was probably 3 feet long by 2.5 inches thick by, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 inches wide, something like that. And he sold me that piece for $10, which it wasn't bad at all. And it was ready to go. I mean, one thing I did was brought it home, set it back, let it acclimate to my shop, you know, for a couple days for the moisture and the, you know how all that goes. A couple days later, I burned through that like I was heating it up like a termite. I got just little slivers of it left over there now that I use for putting in corners in boxes and stuff like that. Can you make me any mod? What's a mod? What are you talking about mod, Pat King? Yeah, that was actually cheap. They can get Osage orange if you want that. You know, you name it, they can get it and they cut it. Now, a lot of your exotic woods they won't be able to get. You know, like you know what they call that grows over in India. The caboose run into the train, run into the engine, guys. It crashed up here. Yeah, a lot of your exotic woods and stuff that come from overseas, they don't mess with too much. But anything that grows in around here, in this area, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, you know, things like that, they do it. And they're a good place to get some maple from, and red oak, white oak, cherries, you know, cedar, on and on and on. For your planter boxes and stuff, cedar, yeah, if that's what you use. I know a lot of guys that use them fence pickets and stuff that you go buy at the big box store. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what they're for. They make beautiful stuff. I've made some out of them. But if you wanted some cedar and stuff like that, yeah, they can get it for you, man. Marriator like us who do the yoga for D. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can do all that yet or not, Pat King. I have to check into that stuff, brother. I have to check into that stuff. I don't know if I can do all that. Thanks, Kat, for helping for helping this hillbilly out there. I appreciate it. But I will, if you get in here next week, Pat King, watch for me. Get in here next week, and I will have you an answer. How that be? I think I'm going to get ready to wrap this up for the evening. I appreciate all you guys that was in there. I enjoyed this one tonight, talking, you know, going different places with it. That's what I'm here for. You know, I want to try to get things figured out, you know, so we can answer questions. We maybe even get to the point where that you want to see something done. I'll try my hardest to show you and get it done. But, Kat, have a good evening. Pat King, Ray, Sandy, all you guys out there, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to me. We'll do it again next weekend. For now, T. Jr., I see y'all. Bless y'all. Have a good one.